Cronkite Percussion. Welcome to the new setup. I'm hoping that the sound quality will be much better than my previous videos. Today I want to show you a couple of off the beaten path beats and little routines that I've collected over the years that I thought you might find interesting. They don't fit into your conventional, musical situations, pop and rock stuff, but you may find use for them and you may fit them in once in a while, and they make good little cool patterns to mess around with, give you new ideas to show off to friends, and maybe use them some cool tunes. So here we go. The first one is a inverted paradiddle, which is this. So the sticking is right, left, left, right, left, right, right, left. Okay, I call it the Oreo cookie paradiddle because it has the double stuff in the middle. It has the two doubles in the middle. Right, left, left, right. Okay, so split your hands, put your right hand on the hi-hat, your left hand on the snare, and you play that pattern. Okay, now, here's how you start. Right, left, left, right, left, right, right, left, okay? For now, put just a quarter note bass drum on. Notice that pattern gives you a nice 2 and 4 snap on the left hand. Accents are important in this one. But what I do is I switch where my hands are halfway through. The bass drum pattern sounds like this. 2, 3, 4. Okay, you got to add that to that pattern. All together, a little faster. It's a cool little pattern. Honestly, I haven't really used it in very many playing situations, but if I'm sitting down giving a drum demonstration, I want to show some, interesting, different stuff, I use that one. Okay, now that inverted paradiddle, which I really like, can be used in other ways. Put your right hand on the bell. Notice that nice snap on 2 and 4. It's built in nicely. That's why I like it. Now you put your left hand on the hi-hat. Do the same thing. Split it. Okay. The next pattern I want to show you is best done on an acoustic kit. So when I demonstrate it, you won't hear what it's going to sound like, simply because you need to hit the rims of your drums, and I don't have a rim function on this. I have a rim click, but I don't have the actual rims. Okay, so this is what the pattern looks like. I'm doing right, right, left, left, split between the snare and the floor, and the hi-hat and the snare. The left hand ends up being on the offbeat. Okay, the bass drum pattern, you can put it as quarter notes, that's fine, but you can also you can kind of make up your own. Now, when you do this on the rims, it sounds totally different. You get this clicky, clicky, clicky sound. It's really cool. And when I give drum set demos, nobody's ever heard anything like this, and everybody really goes, "Wow, that's cool." So that's a cool one to learn. Okay, this pattern here, right, left, left. you can actually use that in some, in more conventional situations. I bring it up because it's actually good practice for the left hand. And you can actually, it's a good concept you can apply to a lot of other beats. If you're playing just a, medium tempo beat. So you get this constant rolling triplet 16ths. Now you cannot keep this left hand high. It's got to be really small tap strokes, maybe ghost note. Okay. That brings me to another thing that I saw Terry Bozzio doing, still does this, called ostinato. Ostinato is a repeated pattern, and he does bass left left. And the left is very quiet on the tom. That's your ostinato, your repeated pattern that goes underneath. Your right hand is free to solo. I like putting my hi-hat with the bass drum too. There's so many possibilities with that. It's crazy. The last thing I'm going to show you is just something I came up with the other day, actually. I was messing around with 16ths. Now, this is just hand-to-hand 16th notes, left, right, left, right. I'm starting on my left, okay? It looks like this. I'm starting with my left. Make sure you start with your left. Don't start with your right, like this. Okay, your left comes down the snare drum. The floor tom, keep it kind of low. Now, I was just making that stuff up. There's much more possibilities you could do. I was just doing a quarter note bass drum to keep it simple, but you could add some more complex bass drum patterns. It's really cool. It's just doing 16th notes between the left and the floor tom, 2 and 4 on the snare, and start traveling around. You come up with really cool patterns. We usually start stuff with the right hand. For right-handed players, we don't usually think to start with the left, but when you start with your left, you open up other possibilities. So there you go. A couple of kind of cool ideas off the beaten path. Give it a shot. Come visit me next time. I'm David Cronkite for Cronkite Percussion.